All right, everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Good to have you here. This is a very special and unexpected broadcast for the zodiac sign of Capricorn, or Capricorn, as some readers like to say. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I love me some Capricorns. Fine people, salt of the earth. Special shout out to some very interesting characters that I know to be Capricorns. Sandy, love you. And Iwana, very nice to meet you. Very interesting character. I gotta say, the Capricorns that I've encountered in my life, as they are an earth sign, their personalities definitely fit the description of fiery, in my experience. And I gotta say, these are some very interesting people. It is not a coincidence to me that their sign's major arcana card is the Devil card. Like I said, very interesting people, very passionate personalities, fiery individuals. In my experience, also highly intelligent, but not necessarily, Earth, the element itself, makes me feel like a very fixed and slow-moving kind of energy, and not very adaptable to change as the other elements would be. But Capricorns in particular, that's not what I've gleaned from my association with them thus far in this particular incarnation. Very interesting people. So, that being said, hope you all are well. And we're going to see what the gods, angels, spirits, messengers, ancestors, higher selves are all talking about. All right, Capricorns. I have a feeling this will be a very interesting reading. Very magical people, Capricorns. I mean, not as magical as I am, but who is? Am I right? No, we all. I like to look at every zodiac sign as if it's its own individual Avenger. We all have our own unique set of personality traits, and some of us are born with an aptitude for empathy. Others are born with an aptitude for telepathy, and the list goes on and on and on. The fire signs and water signs in particular feel like they lend themselves more towards the empathic side. And that's not to say that we can't all, build up our powers, because we most certainly can. Research, reading, studying, practicing. Damn those notifications. Practicing, it's always a good idea to get into the gym, whether that be a physical gym to build up your muscles, like those bad boys right there, let me just tell you. But the mental gym, the spiritual gym, always constantly be working on your trinity. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. Always build up your spiritual and mental muscles just the same as you would your physical muscles. And the sky is the limit, folks. And truth be told, there actually is no limit. You can do anything you set your mind to. Don't let anybody ever tell you different. In this realm, all is mental. If you're not familiar with the Kabbalion, I would strongly recommend reading that. The three initiates were some wise fellows, as of course was Hermes, Trismegistus, the thrice born, the emerald tablets of Thoth, or Thoth, or Thought, however you care to pronounce that. Basically the universal laws, the law of vibration, the law of cause and effect, so on and so forth. Those are the highest laws that there are, and all other laws, man-made laws, are derived from those in one way or another and must be obeyed. Balance will always be achieved one way or another. That's what karma is all about, if you're not familiar with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this correct. The Bhagavad Gita, I think that might be right. All of the sacred scriptures from each religion. This is what so many people fail to understand. The Bible is a source of truth, but so is the Quran, so is the Bhagavad Gita, so is every holy text that's out there. They actually go together to form one collective consciousness of scriptures. They all have their individual truths. They all have things to learn from, but more often than not, they are misinterpreted, perverted, and people just don't seem to understand the purpose of everything that's going on here. But that's okay. That's why I'm here, people. Me and my friends, anyway. I've connected with a lot of wonderful people over the past 6 months as I've been swimming at the bottom of the emotion ocean due to my own personal baggage. It's really lit a lamp for my path, and I gotta tell you, to go back and change any of the things that caused me pain would seem like the easy thing to do, but I don't think I would change anything about my life up to this point. I really don't. As painful as some of these experiences have been, the passing of my father, which tomorrow actually is the 2-year anniversary of my dad leaving this 3D plane that we're in. The 22nd, which is coming up soon, just a couple of days for Christmas, will be the 6-month anniversary of when my fiance left me, and just been through a lot in the past couple of years, and because of all of it, God bless me, and God bless all of my angels and guides and protectors. I've come through the other end of it a better person, a better man, or I guess I should say finally a man, because up until my father died, I was a 36-year-old child. The 2 catastrophic losses of my father and my fiance and daughter, dad died, my girls left me. Anyway, that's a tale for another time. Everything had to happen exactly the way that it happened, because I had very important lessons that I had to learn. And it's unfortunate that my shit has affected other people, but everybody's shit affects everybody else in one way or another. Study the law of vibration. This is how this all works. The concept of unconditional love being the most powerful force in the universe, it's one thing to go around spouting that, but it's a total different thing to understand it and to have an understanding of it. And for someone with my hard-headed ass design, it's unfortunate but effective. God almighty. So I'm going to try to quit jabbering quite so much here. I'm Leo Virgo cusp, for those newcomers. Leo Virgo cusp, Mercury's in Virgo, Moon's in Gemini. It's hard to get me to shut up sometimes. But it also makes me brilliant. That I can tell you. I'm the world's best author, actor, tarot reader that a whole lot of people haven't heard of yet. But they will. I'm doing this. I love to have a good time. My main priority in these reads is to entertain. I like to make people smile and feel better, and to laugh and hopefully have a good time. And in the process, I hope some messages come through that people need to hear. I think I have a decent success rate, thus far. But when we get to the end of these videos, if I've made you smile once, that's a job well done as far as I'm concerned. I kind of think in terms of movie scenes and TV show scenes. And if I've made one person smile, I can see George Bush's dumbass standing on the deck of that aircraft carrier with the big banner that says "Mission Accomplished." You know, so easy to laugh at that guy. And I particularly, if you're looking for a good laugh, I think it was David Letterman that would do great moments in presidential speeches. And he would show a clip of, FDR, damn those notifications, FDR saying, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and JFK saying, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And then it'll go to George Bush going, if you fool me once, shame on you. it's just hysterical. Anyway, Moon and Gemini, getting off track here. So, I'm going to go ahead and finish building your pyramid here. Capricorns. So, if you're not familiar with my layout, as I have not yet done a video specifically explaining my layout, I'll kind of continue to throw a little bit here and there in about how I'm doing, what I'm doing, and why. I don't like to do things that other people are doing already. The Celtic Cross, it's a fine tarot layout. It's, a lot older than I am, although I wouldn't necessarily say it's older than my soul. But there are too many people out there for my taste doing the Celtic Cross, and so I didn't want to do that. I'm part Shataki, I'm part Egyptian, I'm part many things, and so pyramids have always fascinated me. The Leo Virgo cusp, actually the symbol for the cusp of exposure is the Sphinx. I probably built it the last time I was here. But anyway, a pyramid layout was the first thing that came to my mind when I wanted to do my original design, and I scoured the internet to make sure nobody else was doing it. I did find some pyramid type layouts, but all the ones that I saw were inverted and pointing at the reader. I didn't like that. I like to build my pyramids out and up, and there's a purpose to it, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Basically, the essential tarot cards are building your foundation stones, the Witch's Tarot, your heart stones, the Cosmic Tarot, your mind stones, as I have an affinity for infinity stones. Anybody? That's cool. And so also, when I started doing this, promise I would never sugarcoat anything or try to, use deception to make sure all my readings were always sunshine and daisies. Sometimes good messages come through, sometimes not so good messages come through. But the brilliance of my design is that your capstone, which completes every pyramid, is a Archangel Raphael healing oracle card. So no matter how crappy the reading might turn out to be, we always end things on a positive note. Here at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft, here at Fresh Lava Productions, yep. And that's why I do what I do, or just a little bit about it anyway. So, going to go ahead and get your capstone put on. Your pyramid will be complete. And then we'll go ahead and see what story has been laid out before us. So, alright Capricorns, your pyramid is built. Going to go ahead and reveal all but your capstone to see what kind of stuff is on your mind and on your heart. All right, well, fascinating. I'm instantaneously feeling a tremendous amount of love. The Eight of Cups is your heartstone, and if you are new to the channel, if I come across anything that confuses me or I'm having trouble linking the cards, then I will go to the book, but generally I don't set much by the book. I just kind of look at the cards, artwork. Yeah, there's a lot of love in this reading. There's a lot of passion. Wow. I mean, you've got the Eight of Cups, you've got the Queen of Cups, you've got the Ace of Cups, the Star card, which always makes me feel love because Star card is Aquarius energy. My father is an Aquarian, depending on how you choose to look at it. You've got the High Priestess. You've got the Three of Rods in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse. The Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Okay, let's start from the ground up, Capricorns. Right now, a lot of you are in a very, very happy and successful relationship. The Ace of Cups here at your foundation is, whenever I see Ace of Cups, I hear that phrase, your cup runneth over. And being that your heartstone is the Eight of Cups, I mean, you've got love coming in from many different directions. Especially some of you guys, some of you all are wise enough and have done enough research to realize that when your loved ones leave this place, they don't go to some far off, city in the clouds. It's a city in the clouds where they're keeping my crew. But a Jedi's got to do... Anyway, I'm sorry. There's an old rap video on YouTube. I love it. Some of you are wise enough to know where you came from, number one, which is the stars. Some of you are wise enough to understand that your loved ones that you've lost, some of you guys, and this is a bummer and this is sad, but some of you all have lost children. Some of you all have actually lost children. Some of you have lost someone that you were in a relationship that was younger than you. You've lost them. It's, for those of you all, let me say this, that have physically lost someone to death, injury, or illness, that led to, you know what I'm saying. For those of you that have lost them, if you don't know this already, have heart. They never really left. There's a band that I like, NERD, and it stands for No One Ever Really Dies. And I really like that their name is that more so than their music, although they do have some pretty good songs. So for you guys, keep the faith, take heart. They didn't leave. They're still with you. And that is to all believers. Now, also at your foundation, the High Priestess and the Three of Rods in reverse. Some of you Capricorns have put in a lot of hard work. You've sown the seeds and you were just kind of waiting for your ships to come in. You were waiting for, basically, there was a lot of stuff that you were just kind of sitting back waiting for the under some of you had to wait for a long time for something to come back towards you. Okay, I really gotta basically, Three of Rods upside down. You had a lot that you were waiting for to come in based on all of your hard work, which a lot of you, I'm hearing, were doing a lot of. This being backwards, some people might say that's a bad thing, but what I'm feeling like is you're moving away from having to wait all that time anymore for your relaxation, for your luxury, all of your rewards to come in. They are on the way. And the Star card being on top of that is making me feel like there is a lot more. For some of you that are new to all of this, there's a lot more help coming from above, from entities that you can't see or aren't aware of than you know. You are protected, you are looked after. Some of you really have to do a better job not worrying so damn much about everything that's going on in your life. But for the rest of y'all, I'm getting fantastic love energy all over this place. For some of you guys, this Page of Cups that's upside down does represent a water sign that's somewhere in your life that you were worried about never seeing again. For some of you, it's romantic interest. For some of you, you have a fire sign child with this person. For some of you guys, I don't know that I've ever had so many different people's energies coming into one general read before, but there is a lot going on in this table right now. For some of you, having a child, I'm hearing a Leo child. For some of you, having a Leo child has forced you to leave being the Page of Cups and become the Queen of Cups. So it doesn't necessarily have to be water energy, but some of you have been forced to grow up faster maybe than you were anticipating on doing because of a fiery child that you have. Congratulations. You know, children are a blessing from a higher power than us. Some say God, some say the universe. There's a lot of names. Now, some of you are the High Priestess. Some of you, the High Priestess is who you look up to. And I think actually I will check out that definition real quick. You guys have, I can feel, I can feel a lot of energy coming into this. There is a lot of love. I believe I said that at the beginning. There is a lot of love in this reading. And it's, only been at this for 7 or 8 weeks. This may be one of the most powerful general reads that I've done so far, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of love that I'm feeling right now. And yes, I am tearing up. I'm a big, strong, badass dude, but I'm half Virgo. We're all composed of masculine and feminine energies, and it doesn't take a whole lot, to get me to let's say to tear up. I won't say to break down, although I'll do that too. The High Priestess ruled by the moon with the mark of Isis on her forehead and a crucifix around her neck. Symbols of spirituality. She is balanced between the pillars of peace and severity. Signifies a mystical quietness. Something remains hidden, so do not rush. Remain in a state of balance with patience and intuition. All will be revealed. Some of you all, this Page of Cups in reverse is somebody that I'm hearing was a good friend of yours, a water sign that was a good friend of yours that for whatever reason you lost touch with. Maybe you decided to lose touch with them, but you don't, regardless of what you think, you don't know everything that surrounds that particular situation. So keep an open mind. Believe that the star, the higher forces in your life are at work. And they know better than you do. I know that's Capricorns, as many good things as I have to say about them, are right up there in terms of stubbornness, which with earth signs, what I've felt like in general since I read a particular article about Taurians, earth signs being stubborn, a lot of the times that is their seemingly infinite patience turned inside out. So for whatever reason, you've lost patience with the situation, but there is more than meets the eye, just like Transformers. More than meets the eye. Don't have a good Optimus Prime voice just yet, but I'm working on that. Now, the Ace of Swords, I can only assume represents me. No, these two, typically, I call your mind stones. These are what's in your mind. These are what are in your mind currently. Some of you all are very much in love with someone that is a master of words. So yeah, this has got to be me. No, some of you, oh, you guys, some of you that are single, and may have even somehow severed ties with this Page of Cups reverse down here, don't even realize at this point yet. The High Priestess, you can draw a line from that to your Eight of Cups. Some of you are meant to be in a relationship. You have so much love to give. You literally have 8 cups just sitting there. Like, does anybody want a piece of this? I mean, but there is a Queen of Cups, drawing a line from your foundation up to your mind. There's somebody that you're not even aware of yet, and I'm hearing soon, like by February, you're going to meet the absolute love of your life. Congratulations. I'm also hearing you will absolutely know who this person is when you meet them. There will be no mistake in your mind. This person will have a very high IQ, will not be shy about telling you the way that they feel, nor, I'm hearing, will you be shy about telling them that also. Now, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And yeah, you guys, those are the many overall energies that I have coming through. I do want to look at the definitions of the star card real quick here. And I'm going to go turn down the music volume so YouTube doesn't ban this video, because I am killing it on this reading. Just a minute. I'll be right back. So YouTube banned, not banned, well, basically just kind of disallowed one of my very first Capricorn video, because of, the unfair use or whatever else. And I thought, does anybody else see the irony here? They stopped my YouTube video, and the music that they were complaining about being in my YouTube video was a YouTube video playing in the background. How do you feel now, YouTube? Should feel pretty silly. But I imagine you get that a lot. Anyway, the star card. If for some reason you just turned on the video and got right to this point and you're starting here, you should know I'm pretty much one of the best things ever made. I say that with a very small degree of humility. We like to have a good time here at Fresh Lava Productions, folks. Coupled with the sign of Aquarius, love me some Aquarians. Just as the young woman pours water, Aquarius pours forth creativity and new ideas. This card denotes hope and inspiration, perhaps from an unexpected source. The foundation is sound, change is natural, and balance. A bright future is in store. So, yes, but also you're coming out of a transition period, some of y'all, where you're waiting for the rewards of all your hard work. And this is eerily similar to one of the messages in the Gemini video. But you are, as so many of us are, whether we are aware of it or not, we are receiving help from forces that are higher than ourselves, walking around in these flesh bags. So, you know what? I'm going to read the Eight of Cups as well, just to see. Alrighty. And after this, we're going to get to your capstone, and I think I'm going to go have some of the chili that I made the other night, because it's pretty much the best chili anybody's ever made. And I made it with ground chicken and ground turkey, and lots of peppers and wonderful things, and nobody makes chili like Shaboy right here. Also, in case you haven't been keeping up with me on Facebook, nobody has gift game like this guy with 2 thumbs right here. Believe that. Challenge me. And make sure your people is there to see it. All right. So don't walk away from a situation just before its completion. Don't turn your back on success. You may be leaving a long-standing relationship. That, I think there's obviously a reason why I was told to read that as well. Don't ignore any of the rest of the messages I put out there, but for some of you in particular, you're thinking about leaving somebody. You are. There are things going on here that you're not aware of. And your heartstone, this card, yes, but also some of your hearts are telling you not to go. And if you're new to the channel, my advice to all of my students and to all of my viewers is always, always, always listen to your heart over your head if those two are at odds with one another. Your heart will never fail you, ever. Your head will get you into trouble sometimes. Your head will actually cause your heart pain if you're not careful. So if you're thinking about doing something that turns out to be a big deal and affects a lot of people, meditate on it first. Give yourself a good 3 to 7 days. Go inward. See what your heart has to say. If it's different than what your head says, always go with your heart chakra, people. That's what I got for you, Capricorns. And your Archangel Raphael healing oracle card is leave a stressful situation behind. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. Now, the stressful situation for some of you guys, especially whoever I was just talking to, there's a reason why you're considering cutting off communication or ties in general with somebody. What your capstone is telling me is not that your head is correct and logically thinking about this and you need to leave that person. What it's telling me is whatever the situation was that occurred that's making you consider leaving somebody, leave that stressful situation behind. Put the baggage down, let the emotions stay where they are and move forward. Everybody makes mistakes. And also, this is for a few people in particular. If previous emotional trauma has caused you to think in a certain way, this is good advice for anybody. Never let previous problems and previous people, prior people that have caused you problems emotionally, don't let those mistakes from other people put you in the mindset of punishing somebody that didn't have anything to do with those things. And that's part of putting the emotional baggage down. So yeah, if you've ever seen the movie, I believe it was Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise, one of my favorite quotes, and I'm not sure if that was the movie or not, but one of my favorite quotes from that movie, or one of those movies, was, every waking moment is a chance to turn it all around. So don't dwell on the past. Put that baggage down. Move forward. There's a brighter future ahead of you. For some of you that are not far from meeting the love of your life, your Queen of Cups here. Congratulations. And as always, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.